Hi everyone, welcome to the Lisinski wedding.
We really appreciate you coming all this way to celebrate with us.
We appreciate everything you guys have done for us in the past.
And believing in us and supporting us throughout the years.
And hope you enjoy yourself.
And enjoy this little trip down memory lane. It was August 19th, 2005, and we were living in Germany. So we were having our summer back to school block party, and my neighbor, she was like, hey, there's this new boy that's moving into school and he doesn't really know anyone yet. Can I invite him to your party?
And I remember going to the door and knocking on the door and like asking to come in.
As soon as I opened it, my jaw dropped. I was like, he is the cutest boy ever. Oh my gosh. So I like tried to play it cool and was like, hey Sprinkles, I'm Rachel.
She said something like really witty and sarcastic and I was like, oh my God, I love this.
I just remember telling my friends, oh my gosh, dibs on the new kid. I'm gonna marry that boy someday.
Easy mind, darling.
I don't know anybody who's as loyal as Rachel. She's super sweet. I've never met anyone who's ever been just unhappy meeting her. Everyone's friends with her, and if they're not friends with Rachel, then I think that just shows a lot about their character.
We loved living in Hawaii. Like, we're huge beach bums, and he's like a bodyboarder, surfer, and I just like to lay out on the beach and watch. In high school, he got second in tennis in Europe in doubles, third in wrestling for his weight class in all of Europe, third in weightlifting. So he's pretty much like a sports superstar, but he's also very intelligent.
She looks good from head to toe. I just fell in love with her eyes. Her eyes are like really blue, like super deep blue, and so I'll get lost in her eyes sometimes whenever I'm talking to her.
I love his smile, and I know that's like super cheesy, but I do.
The world in you, the world in you.
So I started to get to know Rachel a little bit better during school.
He added me on MySpace, and that was like the highlight of my life. Yes, MySpace was around back then. We would like talk on MySpace, but we'd be really awkward in person.
I was friends with her friends, so you know, I'd kind of like make excuses to go talk to her friends so I can be around her and then be like, oh hey, nice to see you again, you know.
The homecoming dance was coming up, and I was like holding out hope for some reason that he would ask me. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, who's Sprinkles gonna ask to homecoming? Like, he's so popular, he's so cool. And he messaged me and was like, so, are you going to homecoming? And I was like, no, well, I'll probably just go alone. Homecoming's so overrated. And he was like, I know, right? I mean, if you're not going with anyone and I'm not going with anyone, like maybe we could go together. And he was so nonchalant about it. And I just started screaming and crying, and I started calling all of my friends. I was like, oh my God, Sprinkles asked me to homecoming. But I had to be as cool as he was. So I wrote back and I was like, yeah, I guess that would be fine. And then we went to the homecoming dance and like danced the night away. Everyone kept coming up to him and being like, did you do it yet? Did you do it yet? And I would pretend not to hear, but I'm like, what's he gonna do? Like, what's gonna happen?
And finally, like the last song ended, and I was like, okay, if I don't do it now, like I won't get the chance.
So the last dance was playing My Boo by Usher and Alicia Keys. As the song was finishing up, he was like, I really like you. Will you be my girlfriend? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And we just started making out on the dance floor.
That's how we started dating.
We've been together every day ever since. Haven't spent 1 minute not together. We would talk on the phone every night for hours, and we would text nonstop. And this is before the days of like unlimited talk and text, and we were living overseas.
Everything seemed to go well the entire time, and it wasn't just a single moment. I mean, she just basically sucked me in. Like, everything was just so good. I was just like hypnotized the entire time.
I got in trouble so many times for my like 200 euro phone bills. It's a miracle I'm still alive. My dad is furious.
I think one night we were just on the phone really late, and I basically like blurted out like, I love you, and
he finally told me, he's like, I love you.
It's like, oh my God, me too. And the moment we got done off the phone, like I got a phone call like 4 minutes later. Like my friends had told me because she had told her friends and her friends told my friends. So my friends called me up like, oh my God, what happened? So when I decided to propose to Rachel, it was almost 7 years, I want to say. I mean, we were dating for a long time, and all of my friends were like, when are you gonna get married? You know, like, when's the wedding? Like, oh, I haven't asked her yet. Well, you should probably do it soon before she dumps you. I was like, oh, okay. And I just finally mustered up the courage. I was like, you know what? She doesn't expect it right now. There's no better place to propose to somebody than on the beach in Hawaii, under the stars, on one of the 10 most romantic beaches in the world. So that's exactly what I plan to do. And Rachel's gonna come back for my graduation as well. So I was like, you know, this is the perfect time.
So I came back 2 days early and surprised him. So he took me to our favorite beach, to Lanikai, and we had wine and chocolate, and we're laying under the stars on the beach.
And I basically took all of our pictures and videos of our time in Hawaii, and I just made this huge 35-minute long video. So I showed her the video, and the first 2 minutes of the video, she just starts crying.
And he was just like saying all of these like wonderful romantic things. I was like, oh, this is so sweet. What a like wonderful surprise.
And I said, oh, that's not all. And she's like, oh, what do you mean? And I got down on one knee.
And that's why I have to ask, will you spend the rest of your life with me? And he like got down on one knee and pulled out the ring. Ah! So I'm like sobbing, like, yes.
And she just completely lost it. She could not talk for 10 minutes, just like completely crying.
And they're like shooting stars. It was so romantic. And I'm like, I have to tell my parents. And he's like, they already know because I asked their permission.
In your eyes, darling, there is fire and wind. It spreads like in a
He does like really great cooking, and I'm really good at eating it.
She is very sentimental, and that's a good thing, and sometimes an awkward thing.
And like before he had braces, he would get really embarrassed when he laughed, so he would try to like cover up his teeth. And so he had like this little crooked smile and would like laugh.
She is almost a hoarder at times. We have, you know, like 50 boxes at home full of things that are just, you know, like from dates or from like special occasions in our life.
So now if I'm ever like sad and he wants to make me laugh, he'll do this like crooked smile. Loved you before you were even Chris. I loved you back when you were just Sprinkles. I'm so grateful that we've gotten to just grow up together. I can never thank you for being so supportive and caring and patient with all of my insanity. So cheesy, but you complete me. I can't wait to spend forever with you, and I love you. Always and forever.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I cannot wait for us to get married. I can't wait to make this thing official. I just look back at all the years that we've had together, and it just makes me happier because I know that I cherish every moment I'm with you. I have never been happier in my entire life, and I can't wait for us to be happy for the rest of our life. And I love you.
Come true, come true, come true. I'll fall into the world in you. The world.
Hey everyone, we're back.
Did you miss us? Thanks for watching our super cute love story video.
Yep, and if you're watching this, that means we're married.
So,
See ya.